it's time to get ready for the day. We have quite a bit going on today. These were the Peter Thomas Roth gold. Today I am doing it's like a one-on-one fragrance consultation. So we're gonna really figure out my fragrance style, even though I really do know my fragrance style, and I have my favorite perfume from the maker already, and it is in the scent called Naked. I also have a financial meeting with my new financial advisor. I, like everyone else, like to make money, but I don't really know how to manage my money once it's in my account. So that is something that I'm gaining a lot of education on. And tonight I'm going out for dinner with some girlfriends. I'll definitely take you along too. I also just wanted to have some girl time with you guys and put you onto some new, like my new makeup routine that I've been loving lately. I've been using this foundation for the past few days, and it's actually a skin tint. I'm gonna take a bit of shade 12 and a bit of shade 11, and I totally understand that it is not economical to have to mix shades. I totally get that. That's just a reality I'm in right now. Yeah, that seems like a really good match. I am proud of myself today. I've also been dealing with some dark spots here and some hyperpigmentation everywhere. My under eyes have been really dark lately. I wanna know how you guys are doing in the comments. I wanna know what you're doing while you're watching this. I love when people tell me. I like knowing what you guys are doing just as much as you're knowing what I'm doing. Let's chat. Going back to the financial advisor, I feel like I grew up looking at money as a resource, a lifeline, something that you earn and then you spend to keep living. I've never looked at money as a tool that can work for you. That's a skin tint. I feel like it just gives a really beautiful even wash, and it's very dewy. And then I go and add some actual coverage where I need it. That's why I'm doing this. I feel like I really want to be the one to create generational wealth for my future and my future generations, of course. And I want to take care of my family, and I just want to set myself up financially for the future. So with everything, make sure that you take your beauty blender and you just tap off all the excess. I want to show you what I've been loving lately. I've been using a lip stain right after I do my foundation. It kind of gives me a guide on how my makeup's gonna look. I think I use the shade July Forever. Wild at Heart, and it's just a beautiful berry. There you go. And I let it usually sit for a few minutes. There's been some discourse online. There always is discourse online, but there's specifically been some discourse regarding influencers, New York City influencers. And there's a huge trend saying that they're boring, that we're over them, we're over the Amazon storefronts, we're over everything to do with them. I want to know what you guys think about that. I think that when people are talking about New York City influencers, they're not actually talking geographically, they're talking about the culture that is influencing. And obviously living in a very capitalistic society, everything is a commodity. I think you're kind of telling on yourself when you say that you think all New York City influencers are boring, because you're saying that your FYP is rooted in hegemony and one dominant culture, and that's it. And I won't even blame the viewer fully, because let's be real, algorithmic bias is a thing. These are all things I learned in university. An algorithm is literally designed to push out faces that are more symmetrical, are fair-skinned, that people will deem as conventionally and societally beautiful over other types of looks and voices. And then we as a society, we are trained to react better to those faces and voices that are more of the societal norm, okay? So it's a big vicious cycle that starts from algorithmic bias. It's passed down to us. We are obviously trained. What happens is, people with unique voices, people from New York, from all 5 boroughs, not just Manhattan, people who are very interesting from New York are posting their content, but no one's really seeing it. And if they see it, they are inclined to engage with it less. Let's be real, agencies and brands also play into this as well. They don't pay creators of color as much as they should. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna include that, because the ideas are not fully baked at all. And to put that on the internet is spooky before you really think about it, but that's my thought and I'm sticking to it. You know what else we need to talk about more as a society? I need my girls to really clock in for this chat, okay? PMDD. That is a word that I've known for a while, but I didn't attach it to me. but it is something that I experience every single month. PMDD is premenstrual dysphoric disorder. Large physical or emotional waves before or after your menstrual cycle. Let me tell you, I feel like the week before my period, it's not just like, oh, I want a chocolate bar or I am feeling mean today. I actually feel super existential. I feel super anxious. Why am I not functioning as well? Why am I not being active? Why can I barely do anything? Asking if anyone else feels the same. By the way, I'm using the YSL mascara and, you know, I listed off how I feel. I feel like I'm just questioning everything in my life. This happens once a month. I feel like I have no energy. I'm so fatigued. I'm honestly feeling super down. My anxiety is worse than ever before. So many women were like, babe, you are not alone. This happens to me. PMDD will cook you every time. And I'm like, oh, so we're all feeling this, or a lot of us are feeling it, but we just don't talk about it. And it's so funny because a few days later, you're like, I am so back. I can do everything. I feel like Superwoman. I am about to clean my whole house. I'm gonna work super hard. I'm gonna catch up on everything. I'm gonna hit the gym. Like, you just feel on top of the world and like you can do anything. And your morale is so high. But don't worry, I'm back now. I feel amazing. I really feel like I'm just blabbering on. Like, does anyone care? Are y'all gonna skip through this portion? I've also come to the realization that YouTube is definitely my favorite platform of all. I care for this one the most. I have the most fun on here. I feel truly creative and it feels slow and it just feels like this is where I really connect with you guys. So I'm having a lot of fun here. I am fully committed to this channel. Obviously, as you can see, the past, like, I'm gonna say 15 videos now. And it just really warms my heart when you guys are super receptive to the videos that I put out there because I have so much fun making them. For blush, this hasn't changed. My favorite is Dolce Vita from NARS. And we're on to lips already. This was a very everyday makeup look. We're not doing too much. We're doing just enough. For my lips, I'm using the Makeup Forever lip liner in Limitless Brown. This is the shade for darker skin women. This is the shade. Do not get Endless Cacao. Don't get any of those other shades. Get this one. And if you have bigger lips, you're still allowed to overline, by the way. And for lip gloss, this has been my go-to. It is my favorite lip product at the moment. It is the Squeaky Clean Lip Balm from Westman Atelier. And I love this because it's very pigmented and works like a colored lip gloss, but it's a lip balm. It's a liquid lip balm, so it has a lot of good stuff. Westman Atelier is known for having good skincare ingredients in their products. And so my lips feel amazing throughout the day. And I look super put together as well. This is in the shade Garçon. Shout out to Westman Atelier. I feel like they're a brand that's really doing it well. See you in a sec when we're getting dressed. That was so cute. I love Hotel Georgia. The suite was stunning. I want to show you the perfumes I got, but first I got a package from H&M Studio, which I've never received a package from them before. So I want to look inside together. That's gorgeous. I wonder how, hello, let me just try it on. Stunning. That is so, I'm gonna wear this tonight. That is so cute. I already own 3 fragrances from the maker. I showed you guys Naked before, but I chose Stag, which is a very woodsy scent. It has Palo Santo. And then also, I got Wild. This is pretty similar to what I have with Naked, but it's a little more florally. It also has some peach and it has some sandalwood, which I love sandalwood. And those were my picks. I'm gonna start editing this video actually, and then I will get back to you guys when it's time to freshen up for the night. Refresh, that's usually my go-to, just taking off the under eye concealer and replacing it all together and then touching up. The one note I have for you is to take a setting spray and kind of wet everything down so that you can play off of that rather than just putting like more product and powder on top of pre-existing powder. So that's my tip. For lips, I'm wearing the Rhode Lip Shape in Spin. Usually I use Stretch. This one's a shade darker, but I love it, especially for nighttime. And then I'm wearing the Hourglass Phantom Volume Glossy Lip in the shade 180 Rouge. So that's the look. Okay, I'm ready. I know this is looking very business, but I'm just going for dinner. So I feel like that's fine. I'm really not loving how this hairpiece is going out like that. For perfume, I'm doing my nighttime vibe. This is a red oud perfume. My mom got it for me in Dubai. One spritz is all you need because it's very strong. And then my clip is, can you guys see it? My clip is from MEJ.